I gotta be honest, I don't really know how to act with Georgia up big at halftime, but I mean, I'll take it. It looks like I'm gonna get a stress-free Georgia Bulldogs second half, which is extremely rare. That's like finding Bigfoot riding a unicorn. But Georgia's all over Mississippi State 24-7 at halftime. Mississippi State did get the ball first and go right down the field and score like every other team on the planet does against Georgia. So, oh shit, here we go again. But that was really it for them offensively, and Georgia dominated the first half. They're up 24-7 at halftime. And get a load of this. Georgia had not one but 2 sacks in the first fucking quarter. That's unbelievable. Georgia's the worst team on the planet when it comes to sacking a quarterback. Actually, that's not true. There are 2 teams in the country that are worse than Georgia when it comes to sacking a QB. But yeah, they got 2 sacks in the first quarter alone of this game. Noah Thomas has caught a pass. When Georgia had the ball, they called a pass interference on the other team. Like, just shit that never happens. So I'm left with really no other conclusion to draw but that Georgia's winning the Natty now. I mean, y'all are fucked. Now that Georgia has figured out you're allowed to sack the quarterback, Noah Thomas has learned to catch the ball, and the referees are calling pass interference penalties on the other team. I don't know how anybody beats Georgia. They're probably going to win every game they play from now to the rest of the season 100-0. But anyway, there are some good games on besides that game. Texas Tech BYU ain't one of them, though. Texas Tech's beating the soul out of BYU. What's going on there? 13-0? What? Come on, man. What is BYU doing? Indiana's up on Penn State 17-7. Penn State scored early in that one and haven't been able to do anything since halftime of that game, too. Halftime of BYU Texas Tech 13-0. Texas Tech up over BYU. SMU up 17-6 over Boston College at halftime. West Virginia up 19-9 over Colorado, the Fighting Primes. They're just complete dog shit, Colorado is. They ought to dismantle the program, honestly. Them in Florida. And Florida State. And Auburn. And like 11 of the Big Ten teams. Speaking of the Big Ten, Purdue is beating Ohio State 3-0. Don't worry, Ohio State, it's a commercial right now, but Ohio State's got the ball at the 1-yard line. Jeremiah Smith just caught a ball down near the goal line. So early in that game, into the first quarter, 3-0, but Ohio State is about to score. So don't get too excited with the whole Purdue is beating Ohio State thing. I'm sure Ohio State will blow them out. I would assume. That's really it, though. Not a lot on at noon today other than what we just went through. I'm a little surprised. And I did pick Texas Tech to beat BYU, and I even bet the game at -10. But I'm a little surprised that BYU has just done nothing offensively so far in the first half of this game, 13-0. BYU and Miami, are they the 2 worst good teams in the month of November every year? You remember last year BYU was like 8-0, 9-0, something like, pretty much exactly what they are right now, ranked in the top 10. And then they lost like 2 of their last 3 games and didn't even make the Big 12 title game. Are we headed towards that again with BYU? In Miami, every year, rinse and repeat situation. The calendar turns in November and they can't beat anybody. Happened last year with Georgia Tech and Syracuse. It's already happened this year with SMU. I don't know. Every single year, it seems like, and by every single year, I mean the last 2 years. Don't tell me what to do, by the way. And don't tell me no. Those are just 2 rules. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, last year and this year, BYU and Miami spend the majority of the year in the top 10, and then November rolls around and they can't win a fucking game. So I guess that's what we're doing again. But here's some Georgia highlights for your viewing pleasure. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that incomplete pass. Amazing. Is this going to be a sack? Look! 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 I told you! Georgia sacked the quarterback. Georgia's winning every MTV Music Award this year.